Hello and welcome to Sideshow's First Look. Today we're looking at the DeLorean Time Machine by Hot Toys from Back to the Future Part 2. The DeLorean Time Machine comes in a large brown shipper with a graphic of the time machine inside right on the side of the box. The time machine comes inside a heavy-duty white styrofoam box that is 2 trays, and those trays are held together by a heavy-duty Velcro strap. In front, our time machine in flight with the wheels up, but also in the box is going to be a beautiful graphic of the time machine with the gull-wing doors open, and importantly, on the back are step-by-step instructions for assembling our time machine. So now let's take a look at how the pieces are laid out in the tray. The upper tray houses the display base, the clear arms for in-flight mode, the front bumper, the 2 side panels, the alarm clock, and Mr. Fusion. The lower tray houses the main body of the DeLorean. And here we have the DeLorean right out of the box before we've added any of the time-traveling components. But let's take a look at some of the highlights. The entire body has all been done to have that brushed stainless steel look, even down to the texture that runs down the side. The DeLorean Motor Company logo right there in the hubs as well as on the front. The tires are real rubber tires, and the wire traveling down the side is real wire that has all been hand turned. Now here are the pieces we will be attaching onto our time machine. 2 on the sides and the front bumper. These are all made out of actual metal mesh that you're able to see through. And they easily go onto the time machine. Just make sure to follow along in the detailed instructions. Next up, the alarm clock. An aged brass color and a bright time face on the front. And Mr. Fusion that'll attach onto the back with a red clasp that's going to hold it closed. And yes, Mr. Fusion even opens. Now let's put all these pieces on and complete the time machine. And here it is, the fully assembled DeLorean Time Machine. Now, in order to show off all the incredible details of this time machine, we're actually going to show off our first point of articulation, and that's here in the hood that is hinged and lifts upward. Now underneath, you see the DeLorean spare tire, which is also where the batteries are for the light-up features. In addition to the battery compartment, there is also the ability to use the light-up features with a USB cable that can be attached underneath the car. Here under the hood is also the toggle switch for all of the light-up features. With the first light feature on, we're going to start at the front of the car and work all the way back. There at the front of the car, we have the 4 bright headlights. We also have on the front and the side the warm amber glow of the turn signals, and that illuminates right through that mesh screen that's the front bumper. Now that whole front bumper has that painted gray look and then works back into the brushed stainless steel. The gull-wing doors have a ratchet design and have 4 separate ways in which it can be opened to its full extended point. And with the gull-wing door open, we can see some of the design and the light-up features. The seat backs and the seats are all in a molded rubber that give it a realistic soft leather look, and the little folds and weathering in it. With all of the lights on, we can see the instrument cluster all lit up, as well as the time circuits showing each year of its destination. The wires running down the center right by that gear shift, and that gear shift is covered in a leather-like material and actually moves. The time circuit behind it, intricately detailed and labeled just as Doc Brown had it, and that time circuit handle can move. The third moving feature inside the cockpit of the time machine is the steering wheel that can turn right or left. With that gull-wing door open, we now can see the flux capacitor fluxing and the large green light-up panel next to it. In the upper area with the gull-wing doors open, you can see what he calls the Christmas tree and all of the lights in multi-colors running down the front. The back end of the time machine is covered in capacitors, in condensers, wires, gears, and exhaust systems. The beautiful design on all of them. On those large exhausts, we have little weld lines you can see, rivets, as well as all of the wires and that heat dispersion all the way around those exhausts. Right there in the center is the power for all of it, the Mr. Fusion. And by moving back that red handle, we can even open up Mr. Fusion. There on the back, we see the rear bumper has the DeLorean name on it and has that rubber-like look. Bright tail lights, and there in the middle, that barcode license plate. The front tires can rotate 20 degrees either direction. Now the Time Machine features one more articulation feature as well as an additional light feature, and all of that is in the 4 wheels. The wheels pull out and then fold underneath. We ignite the second light up feature, and all 4 of those wheel hubs illuminate, as well as the back exhaust, and underneath we have multiple green lights, 2 of these bright white lights, and green running lights right there in the middle. Here are all the pieces for the in-flight display stand. Follow along in the instructions on how to put it together and how to use it to display the DeLorean. This has been Sideshow's first look at the DeLorean Time Machine 6-scale vehicle by Hot Toys from Back to the Future Part 2. For more information about this vehicle, as well as the payment plans available, follow the link below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek sideshow.